Got my bike, I'm gonna quickly put that together, and then we're gonna cycle up there. That'll be a great day. Here's a nice thing, they have these nice little picnic tables in the parking lot, so you can kind of prep and get ready. My breakfast at Champions is some berries with some oatmeal, maybe some blondie chocolate chip blondies, you know, extra strength. But beautiful, beautiful place to sit down, have your breakfast, and hit the trail. So it's a beautiful day here in Zion. I had my breakfast, got in the parking lot, looking at the beautiful views just in the parking area. So awesome. And now I have my bike. I had it, I took the front wheel off, put it, so I split up the bike so I could get it in my Toyota, because I don't have a bike rack. And then my backpack. The trick to the backpack is go light. This is pretty light. I got what to take in a backpack. Let's check it out. It's not too full. I've got a raincoat. I got some little carbos. What are they, little blondies. I got a couple of packs of imperial nuts and seeds. I got a couple of, and a cap, an extra cap. I got a couple of drinking flasks. I got my keys. And I got, these are really cool for when you're hiking. Salted caramel, chocolate outrage, tri-berry. They have amino acids, sodium, and caffeine. So it gives you a real boost. That's like marathon runners use these. So when you're out hiking, you want to eat less because you can get cramps and be uncomfortable. I also carry an eyeglass. If I get something, I can fill it up with water. And I also have a bit of jerky. We got some bison jerky, and I got some venison strip. So that right there is a really light pack, and you can hike hard hiking for a full day. And the trick to doing a really full day hike, plus I'm going to be riding my bike. So I'm going to be riding my bike, which is a good amount of exercise. I do that training every day anyway in Las Vegas. And then I'm going to be doing a hike up to Angel's Landing if it's open. So that's a lot of exercise. And then I'm going to ride up to the end, and then we'll come back. So if you have a lot of stuff and you eat a lot, it can slow you down and make you feel bloated and get cramped. All right, so I'm all geared up, ready for my big bike trip and hike. So something I learned from my native friends, you know, kind of make it like a medicine journey, or you don't have to, but go in a good spirit with a good thought, you know, keep you out of trouble if the river rages, or, you know, you can hurt yourself doing stuff. People, you know, you could fall and break something, or you don't want to do that, so you want to have a good time. So I like to, so today it says, then he showed me the river, the water of life, bright as crystal, and through the middle of the street of the city, also on either side of the river, the tree of life, with its 12 kinds of fruit, and the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. All right, so there's the parking lot right over there. I just got out of the parking lot, and now I'm on my bike right here, and we got Main Park Road Watchman Campground. So I'm just going to go down where those vehicles are going, and just over the bridge you turn right, and that's a trail that you can go on your bike all the way up. So just where that back of that red truck is, there's a bridge, and it goes over the Virgin River, and then right up. So there's the bridge. We're a little bit closer, and look at the view. It's getting spectacular. That's the valley, all the white tops of the mountains up there, sandstone, and they change colors into the reds, and like at certain times of the day with the sunset they can look purple. Really awesome. All right, so we're going down here on the bike and then cruising up the valley. All right, I just crossed over the bridge, There's the beautiful river down there, the sound of running water, really nice. The Virgin River right there. And then here I am at the Patriarchs Trail. Got my bike, my trusty horse for today. All right, let's keep it going. Here we are at the Patriarchs Trail, Trailhead. Down we go. All right. It says Nature Center Museum, just a little ways down the trail. And then you can see people have like camping spots over there. So people putting up their tents, and then as we're riding along the trail, we pass by this point. There's a number of openings in the trail that go right down to the riverbed. There's the water, and a lot of people swim in that, you know, play around in that water. It's nice and cold and chilly. People go down in their bathing suits in there. That's a really nice, I'll just go down and listen to that water, real nice. And so we're right in the campground still. There's a campground, and you've got all the access to the Virgin River, all these nice places here. All right, so we're getting towards the end of the campground here. You can see here it says South Campground and then Nature Center. And an important feature, that's a bathrooms, good tip. Go use these bathrooms at, you know, a quieter place in the campground. There's another one up there. Before you get into, especially on a hot summer's day like today, the bathrooms are going to be busy. Good to get that in early and not find that you're way up at the top of a peak like I'm about to do and really need to use the bathroom. All right, you know, another nice thing, so I'm on my bike, I'm on the trail. We haven't quite got out of the camping ground, it's just behind us. And now there's a nature center right up here, but then the nice thing is when you're walking, or in my case riding along by the trail, there's all these little stopping points like with a seat. And then right here, it's situated right next to the water, so it's a really nice location. You've got the river down there, you've got the water stream. So you can see we're right by a water stream, which you may be able to hear, so it's a very relaxing place to be. And then right up here, they have a nice display panel. This one is a Libyan Canyon. I'll read just for a minute. It says, stop for a moment. What do you see, hear, and smell? Where water is abundant, plants and animals thrive. The Virgin River and the vegetation and the riparian zone along it provide habitat for many species. Away from the river, temperature increases and humidity drops, but life is tenacious and adapts. As you stroll through, consider life with or without water. And now we're getting more into the canyon. Boy, it's a glorious view from right here. Just a lot of artists come up here and spend the whole day with their easels and paint and draw. Awesome. This crosswalk, go over a little bridge, keep on the journey. All right, now we're on the bridge that crosses over the Virgin River. Really nice down there in the water. There's the beautiful running water, and it reminds me of what we just read about the water. And I know some of my native friends who I met there, they had stories of their people always paying respect when they came across the water at a river. Maybe stop, but I'm certainly paying my respect up on the bridge. I don't want to swim. Awesome, beautiful. So we go straight ahead. All right, now we're at a point on the trail where you got a couple of bridges. This one that I'm standing on, it's a good ways down to the riverbed from here. And then in the distance, there's another bridge similar to this one. I'm going to cross over that, so the trail goes around and you go over that bridge. And then the trail goes back and forth. But right up there is the entry to the park, right where you see that. You can see a car right there. Yeah, that's the car, right? That's the entry to the park right there. So right here under this bridge is the entryway. The trail just comes up here. And then over that rail, right there, the guardrail, you can see into the distance is the river down there. All right, so now you're at the entry to Zion National Park on the bike trail. I'm under the bridge by the rail. It's a nice place to hang out right here by the river. Sound of the water is very soothing. They're in the shade, so if you're walking in the hot sun, this is a good place just to come and rest. Real nice spot. All right, and then we continue on into the park up here, and then we're going to be on the road. All right, I've just ridden up this trail, and the trail turns into a bus stop. And at this point, when you're on a bike, you're going to go on the road. And then the entryway, that's the entryway right there to the park, right there, that fork right there. So right now I'm at Canyon Junction. That's the entryway. And then on we go into the park and the different stopping points. Here comes a bus right now. I'm at the bus stop just from where I was. This is stop 3, and it shows you all the stops from all the way up to the Narrows, all the way down. So right now I'm at Canyon Junction. I'm going to go up to the Grotto. The Grotto is where Angel's Landing is. That was closed a while back, and you see the previous one's closed. All right, we're gonna just ride my bike all the way up there. Okay, I've just come up the first steep hill on the bike. So when we start at the beginning of this, there's a big long hill, and I'm probably halfway up that hill. So you can take a couple of rest spots. This is a good one right here. Here comes a bus. It's important. There's the bus. So the rules in the park are when you hear a bus on a bike, you have to stop completely. I was already stopped, but right here, you can see we're going up in elevation. There's the Virgin River. So this is, the rest of the view is beautiful right here. Virgin River, beautiful. And here we are riding up into the canyon, up the first big hill. Take a couple of stops. This is a nice stopping point right here. All right, look for what you're going to look for. Here's the bike right here. The road, you're just going to look for the little openings. This is just a little opening where you can look at the river. All right, we're going to continue on up the rest of this hill. All right, now I'm like maybe 2/3 the way up that hill. It's a long, big hill you got to go up. But what's nice on this side is the road, nice curves around real nice. And just a moment at the water, so you can see from over the side there, it looks like they had massive water runoff, and you just get a lot of sediment because this is a lot of this is like sandstone. So with heavy rain and water, you get a lot of big boulders coming down and crashing down into the river. And sometimes the road is closed. They have a big dump of rain, and the water swells massively way up, knocks trees out, and sometimes they have to close the road, or they've also closed hikes. So they did that today. Anyway, if you stop here, it's a great place to stop and then continue your ride up to the top of the big hill. Take a moment to listen to the water. It's very peaceful, and when you're tired and out of breath from riding up the big hill, when you're tired and out of breath, stop for a moment, look at the water, it will relax you. There's the bus going by on the other side. Very relaxing, just to listen to the water, take a deep breath, and then continue up on the climb. All right, we're gonna get there. Here's a nice stopping point on the ride up the big hill. There's a big pull-out area right here where I am. Nice shade trees, and then there's an opening in the fence, and you can wander down to check the water out, which we'll go and do. You can get down pretty close. There's lots of points where people bathe in the river, and this is a possibility. There are better places up the river we'll check out, but this is a real good resting place. Nice big shade tree right here. When it's hot, boy, you can really burn going up this hill. I got here early and started my climb early, which is a tip. If you can, get here early. Get up the big hill before the sun gets up too high. I'm in the shade still. Those mountains give you shade. It's probably after 9 o'clock now. So what you don't want to do is in the middle of the day, it's going to bake it. You're going to be baking riding up here. If you can get up early, you have a great day, and then when you come back, you'll be riding downhill. All right, so one big advantage of doing this Zion Canyon on the bike, the only other option is getting on one of the buses. And so you miss out on a lot of really awesome scenery, because in the bus, Sometimes you're in the middle seat, you can't see out too much, and you're probably sitting next to someone you don't know, and that's all good. But it's just when you're out on the bike, you're all like in the nature. Hear the sound of the water, feel the air, the sun. So the adventure's already begun. While you're in the bus, it kind of feels like you're waiting to get there. So consider doing Zion Canyon like I am on a bicycle. Hike and bike adventures, really awesome. When you see this sign, Court of the Patriarchs, that's the top of the hill. That's your golden ticket right there, people on a bike. Court of the Patriarchs, the top of the hill. We made the climb all the way down and up. And then a good rest spot, and then there's a river right there. We're going to be winding by the river, and you got an awesome view of the Patriarchs. Go check that out. So this right here is the first major bus stop and sightseeing point. It's called Court of the Patriarchs. It's bus stop number 4. There goes the bus. And then you've got a great big, awesome, surrounded by these awesome mountains, and they're all named up there. Some of them behind the tree, but we'll check it out. See, that's one big mountain peak up there. Really awesome. And there's another one right up there. Court of the Patriarchs. So now you're in the valley, you get this real cool effect of like these ridges are going up, like, but they shear right on the side. It's like they've been sheared with a knife. It's really cool. And when you go up, when you get up in height on the trail, you can see down all that. It's really cool. All right, now at the top of the hill, we have these nice long corridors, a lot of them downhill. Then you have little hills going the other way. But I got this nice long corridor to ride down. Don't even need to pedal. Look at the beautiful scenery around. It's really awesome. So you can get a bike that basically does the hill for you. These ones here are motorized. You get those motorized bikes, they go up the hill more or less and you don't even have to pedal. So they're a lot of fun. You can go out in a big group on those. I'm doing the old school way because I want the exercise and the workout, but if you need that, that's a great way to do Zion. One of those motorized bicycles. You got a big battery, and you turn the motor on and it spins, it does all the pedaling for you. Gets you up that big hill. It's had a big, I don't know if it was a moose, but it was a big deer with a big rack go right across the road. But here we are, and now we're biking in a zone. We're in like there's a big valley space between the two ridges, sides of the valley. And you have all these epic stone faces looking at these sandstone faces. They're running up, I think, around 1,500 feet, something like that. And then Angel's Landing down this way. That's Angel's Landing right there, the top of that big rock down there in the distance. And you hike up down there, and it's a long way up, and you can look straight down. All right, that's where we're going. All right, now we're coming to Zion Lodge. This is the second stop. And right over there, you can see some cabins. And just past the cabins, the second story roof. You got a big store over there. You got ice cream, bathrooms, food. They got a beautiful, massive shade tree in there. It's a massive, it's such a beautiful big shade tree. Everyone sits around in the middle of a lawn. We'll go take a look, but that's a must stop, must see. And right up in here, you can go hiking up in this mountain right here. And then these ones right around the corner there, you can't see it from here, but there's a whole bunch of waterfalls that go off. Probably dry this time of year, but that's the Emerald Pools Trail. So you're riding along, this is where you're gonna pull off. Zion Lodge, guest and registration. Emerald Pools Trail's right over there, but you're gonna go right over here. That's Zion Lodge right over there, and there's a massive big shade tree. There's a real nice big lawn over there. Okay, so this is a must-stop place. There's the big tree and the big shade tree and a beautiful lawn to hang out on. And then I parked my bike right here. You can lock it up with a chain. Good to bring a chain if you bring your bike. So you can lock it while you go hiking. I'm not staying here too long. That's the lodge right there. They have a really great ice cream store right in there and great food. And then they also have like a beer garden over there. So you can have lunch, pizza, beer right there. Really awesome place. Definitely hang out at Zion Lodge. I usually do at the end of the day after the hike, but it's nice right now too. And you got an awesome, what a view you have all the way around. Really awesome. The other thing they have over there that's really cool is they have a water filling station. It's right over here. You can fill your water bottles over there. So that's good to know. They got good, nice drinking water. So you got this guy over playing soccer here on the lawn. Awesome. That's a great fun place to hang out. People come down and they read books or throw balls around. It's really awesome. And that's the lodge right there you can stay at. That's really nice in there. Plus I love what they've done with the architecture here. They blended it right in. The color schemes, it just blends right into the rest of the environment. You can almost not see them in a way. But they got that style too. That's really nice. Nice cabins and lodges all the way around. Now we're at the grotto. That's the next stop. And then through the trees, you'll see in just a second, that's Angel's Landing. That's the trail goes right there. There's the sign. The trailhead's just right where all those people are walking right over there. That's the trail right there. Bus stop. Here's another bus. And there's bathrooms. Definitely got to visit the bathroom before you go up. There's no bathroom up there. Alright, so I got my bike right there. Go use the restroom over there. Some people arriving on the bus, and we're going to go straight across the other side where all those people are cruising on over there. That shows you right there part of the Angel's Landing trail going up on the chains. Not everyone wants to do that, but it's a nice day, and that sun's not too high yet, so it won't be too hot on the trail. Then we come across this bridge going over the Virgin River once again. Here's Angel's Landing right here. It says since 2004, they took the count out, but so many people have died falling off the cliffs on this route. Let's check that out. Look, they've even got, don't fall, stupid. So you come to the bridge, there's the river, and then you're going to go up this way. Up to the right, and then you're going to end up all the way up the top right there. That's where we're going. So this year they got a little tent right there, and they've got new permitting rules. So you can't go up to Angel's Landing without a permit, and they do that on a lottery system. It wasn't last time I was here, they didn't do that. They just started that this year. So you can go to Scott's Landing, which is that little crevice in the middle where the two sides are coming down, right in the middle of the picture up there. It's called Scott's Landing when you don't go all the way up to there. But you get a great view from Scott's Landing. So we're going to do that, and then we'll come back down. And you're right by the river. It's really awesome. Awesome views of the whole canyon up there. So we just hiked around. Here's the trail. We come from way over there. Gain some elevation. There's the river. And there's Angel's Landing up there. We're going up just a little bit past that low point where you can see and you can see people right in there going up the trail. That's where I'll take the next photo from right up in there. So you can see right now, well, that's what a view you got up here. Right down to the river and all around, starting to see the beginning of this massive valley. It's awesome. There, next year, that's a sheer straight up there right there. So we have done a lot of switchbacks. You can see that trail winding all the way down over there. And then you come up all these switchbacks, and it's pretty steep. It's sheer straight drop. And then all those switchbacks. And you get some awesome views. Look where we are. I mean, it's amazing. The view from here, the valley. Look at that. Just so awesome. We're about halfway up this first little zone. It's pretty spectacular. Everyone's taking a rest. This is like a rest point right here. Everyone's out of breath. Take a couple of breaths, and then you got to go up some more. Now we're coming to the home stretch of this first zone. You go up there, and you go up. See, there's that gap in the rock. So this resting spot, there's something awesome right here. That you've got people putting their initials in when they made this concrete. So they had to bring up by mule. I mean, that's hard work, doing concrete work, but then you got to walk up that whole distance all the way up there. Mix the concrete, pour it, slab it. These trails are amazing. They were done by the CCC, I think that's the Conservation Corps, something like that. I forget what the third C is. But that's a volunteer group they had many years ago. Built all these amazing, look at this trail. This trail is amazing. And you come over here and it's just straight down on the side. It's a sheer drop off the edge. Really awesome just to come along and go on this awesomely made trail. So again, as we're coming up this trail, so well made, you like one step there and that's it. That's your last step, literally, right there. And then we come up. Look at the view we have here on this trail. It's absolutely amazing. And then you come up to this edge. And that edge is your last step you're going to take. It's just a sheer drop all the way down. Valley and the river's right down there. The buses are going further up the road. Now look where you are. That's an amazing view. Sheer right up there. That's Angel's Landing right up the top. So this is the first major point of stopping rest. That's what I pointed out all the way down there. And then you can see the switchbacks from this angle. That's crazy, huh? The switchback going up. And then it comes up here. And everyone's like gets to here and they're all like done. They're ready to stop. It's a journey up here, that's for sure. Just getting up this far is a good deal. So now we're at the top here. This is a really popular stop. We've got the awesome view. It's just a natural stopping point. The trail goes up and then flattens out right here. So something really good you can take if you're out of energy is this amino acid and sodium and caffeine shot. It doesn't bulk you up and it gives you a shot right to the top. Something like a little muffin and then some nuts and seeds and some water. That's a great snack if you want to hike all day long. And then look at the view where you're eating from. It's just so unbelievable. And it's a long way up, but that's a good place to stop right here. And that way up there is the top of Angel's Landing. So now the trail goes up and you've got a small little bridge right there. And then you've got quite a walk along the flat. And then we've got major staircases going up to Scott's Landing. So we're like halfway there. Nice view from the bridge right here. Awesome. The trail is pretty awesome right here. You're walking along a sheer cliff. It's really nice. You got another major cliff right overhead. It's really awesome. Look at this rock by the trail just balancing up there. One day that baby's gonna fall down. Now the trail goes from flat and it starts to go switchbacks up. Again, the trail work here is really spectacular. You're right in a beautiful valley. Look at the way this is all concreted. This trail all the way up and then goes up there, all the way up. There's the falling rock soon to be, right there. Another switchback. It goes way down there. And one goes way, way down there. Up the side. Up, another one, and it just keeps going up and up like that. This right here, switch back here, down here, goes down there, and again. It's awesome. Getting up high. This is where the trail takes a whole nother level of workmanship. Here we got another switchback and a massive, look at this wall that they made. And that wall's leaning out. Like when you're on the top of that wall, you're leaning out backwards. That's amazing. Check that out. Yeah, that wall is leaning outwards right there. They built that wall, scaffolding and everything. Amazing. And there's just a ton more of it coming up the trail. Very impressive. Now look at the top of this wall where you're building it. You fall off there, you're gone. You're totally gone. And look at this workmanship. It's so nice. Going all the way around, and then I believe it was called the Libyan Conservation Corps, something like that. And the ones that back in the day they built all these amazing trails, and of course they still have to keep them up. And then here's another wall on this side, and then this part right here. It's really amazing. It's just one after the other, one switchback wall after another. It's awesome. Such amazing craftsmanship. And then they got these big tunnels in here. When it rains real hard, the water comes through there. Because otherwise, they get so much rainfall here that it will wash you right down the trail. So they have these big aqueducts right there. And look at that workmanship on these walls is amazing. It's really awesome, man. But it's a real workout. Going up this part is a real workout. Workmanship. Like this is the nature's house. And then look at this tree. They left this tree right here. Its roots are winding into the rock, running on the edge of the trail. And it's going over there. And it's amazing that these trees grow up here like that. How much vertical height we're going to be making up here. All these lots of switchbacks. It's a real master's feat of building this trail right here. I love it. It's a good workout too. This is part of the drainage system right here. A tunnel going right through there, and then there's the next one. So each one of the trails has the same kind of deal going on. When it's flooding, that water just pounds down here and all the way down. Pretty cool craftsmanship. Then we got that sheer rock coming down to the trail's edge, and then right over this, that's your last step right there. I mean, you could probably land on there on the switchback below and break your neck or something. Otherwise, all the way to the bottom, it's over when you're right there, real close. Stonework building this one around this big massive rock here. Nice. And right in this one, they put a massive big lava rock. That's lava right in there that looks like coral in the ocean. It's a big lava rock, and they put it right in the middle of that one. Cool. All right, now we're at the top. And you come all the way down there. Long way. Now you come out of the switchbacks. And there you've got, that's called the Great White Throne. We call that the Great White Throne. Los Angeles Landing. Just when they first made the trail, you probably need angels to get up there, right? Then you can actually go stand on this rock. I've done that. Get a good portrait. Some people go down there. And down the trail, they walk up on this little rock. I've seen one girl, she did some yoga, one-legged posture there in a handstand one time. Now we trip the last little bit from the switchbacks up here. This is Scott's Landing right here. And then you got one drop way down. That's your last one right there. People climb up these rock faces too. And then that river winding around. The bus is going to go around there. And then that's Angel's Landing over there. Used to be last time I was here you could go all the way up. Now they've got you need a permit, and there's got some park rangers right there you got to give the permit to. And then where those people are, you go up there. You go all the way up to the top, right up to that peak right up there. You can probably see people up there right now. So we're not going to be able to do that today, but that's an awesome hike. But it's a great, just to hang up here is really, really awesome. So here's something crazy. Here I am. There's my foot right there. One more step. Now, actually, there are certain places where the face of the rock doesn't go out. It actually, to the bottom, it starts to curve in. So you would like fall down, like, it's a long way. It's a long way. But we're gonna hike back down, and then we're gonna continue on the road all the way around this way. And then you go down this trail right here, and that takes, now that you're up here, it's a great spot for lunch right here. We've got a big lava rock under a shade tree. Good place to have lunch, and then back down we go. But if you were going to do Angel's Landing, you're probably like another hour and a half up and back. Enjoy it. And it's an amazing view up there. Some other time we'll do that. Here's what I'm going to have for lunch. I'm going to have some bison jerky, some raisins, cranberries, cashews, almonds, and some water. Eat light. Eat high protein, good energy carbs. And so that keeps you light, and you can actually hike further. You don't get any muscle cramps or less tendency to get cramps. And you'll actually be surprised when you eat lighter like that. You seem to have more energy on the day, because when you're digesting a heavy meal, all your blood supply is partly digesting the food rather than getting to your muscles. So that's a good tip. Eat light. Then you're going to see some people climb up the face of these rocks. It's unbelievable. climb from the bottom all the way up. Alright, here's some buffalo bites and jerky, and what a view for lunch, huh? So a little trick a hiker told me, when you're going down, constantly down, you think it's easy, it is, but then it can also strain your knees if you have weak knees or knee issues. You can really start to feel it, or maybe, you know, somewhere in the ankle or some other place. From time to time I get that. So if you start to feel fatigue, one thing you can do, instead of going down straight, you just turn backwards and you go with it, walk backwards. It'll take all the pressure off your knees and your ankles. If you have any soreness there, going down, change your direction, not just always going down the same way. And you can actually get down a lot quicker that way. Sometimes backwards, sometimes forward. If you go down straight all the way, you definitely put extra stress on your knees and the ankles. All right, we're almost down there. Okay, now we got down from the bottom. All those, well, we went up, we went down, and man, that water's looking good. And I'm gonna ride my bike around a few miles up the river and take a little bath in that ice cool water. Everyone does it, it's so cool. And yeah, up near the Narrows. Now I'm back at the Grotto. There's a bus stop, there's the restroom over there. There's a bunch of real nice picnic tables. Grab one in the shade like I am. An awesome view, and before you get back on the bike, take another snack and take just a few minutes, gather yourself. I finished my hike, I'm just resting my legs up, and then I'm gonna have my second energy shot of amino acids, sodium and caffeine, and 100 calories. I'm also gonna have half the venison, beef jerky. I got another blondie, and some fruits and nuts, and some water. Still gonna be plenty of energy for the rest of the bike ride. All right.